So hey girl, hey, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I want to talk about healing through play and how important it is and how it's really changed my life. And I get some questions about certain things, and so I kind of wanted to talk about it in this video. And yeah, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But before we get into that, I want to shout out my store, Centered Apparel. If you haven't already, I invite you to check it out. It's at centeredapparelofficial.com. My brand, Centered Apparel, is about being bold, being loud, and being confident. And so with this channel, that's kind of what I talk about all the time, is up-leveling your life through mind, body, and spirit. And with Centered Apparel, it's about putting yourself out there. And so we believe in hashtag standing out because you deserve to be heard and seen. And so that is what Centered Apparel is about. And if you check out our apparel, you'll definitely see that it is hashtag about standing out because, like I said, you deserve to be heard and seen. So I invite you guys to check it out at centeredapparelofficial.com. And so with this channel, I have been playing around with just kind of focusing on mindset. And now I'm realizing that for me personally, my journey has led me to where I'm at now, obviously, but it's mainly mindset, it's mainly spiritual, but there are also things that are manifested when it comes to body and the outward appearance. And that's kind of what I want to talk about in this video, because I actually had someone wanting me to do a makeup tutorial, and I'm sure she doesn't want me to do it. Like, I don't know, like, I've learned over the years how to do my own makeup, but that's because it's my face, you know, and you learn some things. And if you're curious, you can learn some things. And that's kind of what this video is about, is healing through play. And, you know, my journey has taken me through some things, girlfriend, through some things. And instead of allowing it to deter me from certain things, I allowed myself to feel, be angry, to be joyous, and all these things, but more so to be curious about life. And through my curiosity, I allowed myself to play. And that's how I've learned some things as far as makeup and, you know, beauty and all this kind of stuff, is that I was curious. I was curious. I didn't allow myself to be fearful or afraid of things that, and when it comes to mindset, it wasn't like, I'm just not good at these things, that's not my wheelhouse type of thing. I allowed myself to be curious and to play. And so when I get questions like, can you do a makeup tutorial? My thought is, how I ended up learning more about makeup is because I was curious and I played with it. And so I always encourage people to look at life with such childlike curiosity that you allow yourself to play. And that's going to, one, make life fun. It's going to make it exciting, but it's also going to help up level your life. And this is what this channel is about, is up leveling your life, being bold, being loud, being confident, which is my brand, Centered Apparel, but allowing yourself to play, allowing yourself to explore, allowing yourself to be curious about things. And through that curiosity, you learn more stuff about yourself. That's how you learn, is through exploration. And so that's why I wanted to talk about in this video. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about too, if you followed me on this channel, then you would see that I've had somewhat of a glow up, I feel. I mean, some people might not think that way, but some of my videos to me are quite embarrassing. I mean, I've left them up and I've taken some down, honestly. I've taken some down, but you know, where I'm at now, like I said, it's about playing around and experimenting and exploring things. And especially if you've known me in high school, I don't look the same, and I am not the same as far as like how I present myself. I was incredibly shy. Um, Most people might not know that about me, and I still, for the most part, am shy to an extent. I'm socially awkward, but I've kind of, and again, when it comes to mindset, that could be a story that I'm telling myself, right? That I'm socially awkward, but I've kind of learned to embrace that, and so I feel like for me personally, in my evolution when it comes to life, it's always about up leveling. I don't ever feel like I'm gonna get to a point in my life where I feel like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. No, I always have this mindset of like, what else can I do? And curiosity and play. It's playful, it's childlike. It's like, if you're coming from like a childlike mentality, right? Children are so curious. They want to learn. They want to be like, well, what does that do? And if I did this, what will happen? And so that's kind of how I live my life. And I think that's a great mindset to have when it comes to up leveling our life, right? It's like, I never tried a red lipstick. Let me try that and stuff like that. And so then you'll be like, oh, this looks good. Or if you try it and then you go out and people give you compliments and it makes you feel good and it just gives you confidence. And so I wanted to talk about some things or some areas in your life where you can have this healing through play, this healing through having a childlike curiosity for your life. And so one of the things is makeup, and that's how I've learned over the years, and I'm still learning. It's something that I'm exploring and I'm curious about all the time, is makeup and how perhaps it can enhance my looks, enhance certain what am I trying to say? Certain things about my face. I'm drawing a blank here. But like, how can it enhance certain features of my face? That's what I was looking for. Or accentuate certain features of my face. One of the things growing up that I was always pretty self-conscious about was my lips. I was made fun of, I've always had pretty big lips and I was made fun of, and that was something that I tried to hide growing up, and even in my early adulthood it was something that still from being bullied and made fun of in my childhood that would come up when I would do my makeup. I mean, over the years I've learned to embrace it, and I feel like it's one of my best features is my lips. But even I still have issues with it sometimes, but I've learned to just have a curious mindset when it comes to my makeup, and like, how can we make it fun? And I like to do like right now I have like an ombre look on my lips, and just like have fun with it and be curious and just like, hey, well, let me try. I've tried black lipstick, I've tried red, I do nude, and I do these things, and it makes me feel good. And as I play and I explore through play, I get more confident, and I've gotten more confident with my lips over the years. Whereas, especially in early adulthood, my teenage years, that was never the case. But when you adopt a mindset of like, oh, I just want to like be curious and things like that, it helps you build confidence in yourself. So even with makeup, I encourage people to have a curious mindset, be playful, and just explore. And that's how you're going to learn what feels good and makes you feel confident for you, not what feels good for other people or what looks good on other people, but what makes you feel good. And so another thing that I feel like you can do some healing through play is with your style. And again on my channel. If you look on my channel, please don't look. But you'll see I explored my style. I explored different clothing. I explored different things and what makes me feel good and what accentuates my best features and things like that. And when you play and you have a curious mindset about style, instead of like what looks good on someone else, but what makes you feel good, because if you feel good, then you're going to walk into this world and start being attractive. And that's not like being attractive. That means that you're radiating confidence because you feel good. And so when you play and you explore and you have this curiosity and you start exploring different styles, different clothing, and all this kind of stuff, it's going to help you build confidence and be loud and all these things that I say. Because to me, and that's what censored apparel is about. That's where the brand is built. Being bold, being loud, being confident is you deserve to be seen and heard. And when you're seen and heard, you're attractive, right? You start attracting not only people into your life, but amazing opportunities, amazing things into your life. And so when you're radiating this confidence, when you're radiating feeling good, like these things, your life will change. You will start, and that's where the healing process comes in, right? Your life is changing. It's not, especially if we go through things like, especially a divorce, a breakup, or something traumatic in our life. This is where reinvention is so important. Like this is pretty much what we're talking about when it comes to makeup and our clothing and our style, is that we can get stuck in anger, we can get stuck in sadness, but when we start changing certain things that make us feel good and allow us our confidence to really shine through, that's when we're starting to healing, and we're starting to feel good. So it's this like cycle, right? It's a mindset shift, but it also is something that is reflected on the outside. And when we start doing things on the outside, we start radiating. It's this whole cycle thing. So whether or not you start with a mindset shift, that also in my opinion, needs to be reflected on the outside. Or you start on the outside and then you start feeling more confident. However it starts, just let it start. Like let the cycle happen, and that's where healing comes in, and you start feeling good and you start exploring different things. And so that's another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to healing through play, is new hobbies, like trying new things and exploring different hobbies that can make you feel confident, that can make you feel joy and happiness and these things. Because life happens. We go through things, whether it's divorce or something traumatic, a death or something. Sometimes we have to do these things and just be curious about life and not think that things are outside of our wheelhouse, that we can't do this, that, or the other. That, I want to try something new. I want to be playful. And when you come from a mindset of being playful and childlike, it's like it's not coming from a place of fear, but it's coming from a place of especially if it doesn't work out, because you might try a black lipstick and it doesn't jive with you. Because my dad told me that one time. He was like, nah, you shouldn't do the black lipstick. But if you're coming from a mindset of like, okay, I'm just playing, then it's like, oh, okay, that didn't work. That hobby didn't work. That style of dress didn't work on me. Oh well, oh well. It's not that big of a deal. But if it does and it feels good, and then you start incorporating more of that into your life, and then your life starts flourishing. It starts being amazing, and it starts feeling incredible. And I'm just a big proponent for exploring. And I mean, obviously you can tell on my channel that I've explored a lot of different styles myself. And so the last thing that I want to talk about when it comes to, you know, healing through play and, you know, trying new things is, you know, new food. And, you know, I like to talk about, you know, when I first started on this channel, I was more into health and fitness. And food is a big thing because, again, when we're changing things within us, food can really change how we think, it can change how we feel, and it's about radiating things out when we explore different things. I know I used to eat certain foods that didn't jive with me, and you know, it didn't jive with me, and it made me feel lethargic. My mind was foggy, and my mind still is foggy sometimes, but my mind was foggy and these kind of things. But then I started exploring different foods like sushi that I had never experienced before, and I fell in love with sushi. That's like one of my favorite foods, and I started exploring different cuisines and just honestly becoming more worldly. Also, quality foods make me feel good and allows me clarity. Exploring different foods and finding who you are. That's how you discover who you are, is really exploring. And when you have a mindset of play, curiosity, it's not that serious, right? It's truly not that serious. And so that's how I look at life. It's like, okay, it's not that serious. We're going to play. We're going to be curious. We're going to do these things. And like, even with healing, it's like, people have like this thing about healing, like it's this whole serious thing. Like, don't take it that serious. Just like be curious, be playful, and you will discover some things about yourself that you probably would not have discovered because your mindset is different. Your mindset is different. And so I wanted to share that. You know, I think that it's important to just explore, have a more playful type of mindset when it comes to life, you know, and exploring these different aspects, whether it's your makeup, your look, your style, foods, all sorts of things. It's going to help heal you, especially if you're going through a divorce, a breakup, something traumatic in your life, a death or something like that. I know for me personally, it really has helped me. And so I just look at life that it's all about up-leveling. It's all about up-leveling the different areas of our life when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to career, business, our families, our, you know, kids, and how we feel about ourselves. So I just wanted to share that. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out tremendously. And I invite you guys to subscribe to my channel as well. And also, I haven't mentioned this in a long time, but this is something that I will be doing more on more on this channel. Something that I will also be doing more on this channel is talking about my book. It's blurry. But my book, it's a journal, Transformational Beliefs on How to Glow Up. This is something that's really helped me too, when up-leveling my life is actually transforming, you know, subconscious beliefs, because our beliefs is what creates our reality. And so I wanted to talk more about transformational beliefs from my book as well. And so that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.